Hey, it's Joe. We got Edie from the MacNider Art Museum here with us, and we're talking about films in February coming up at the
Yes.
MacNider Art Museum.
Yep.
And this is kind of an annual tradition that you do.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a number of years. It originally started as a way for people in a small community like ours to be able to see foreign films. And otherwise, you have to drive to Minneapolis or a community like that to be able to see a documentary, things like that. So,
And now you've kind of taken it a step further this year as people can come out to MacNider Art Museum every Saturday in February to see a film and then learn a little bit more about the subject matter with either an expert or the director of the film, which I think is a really neat experience.
yeah, we try to do a little bit more than just watching a film passively. We want to have people engaged. And of course, if people don't want to stay, they're welcome to get up and leave. But we have some really interesting topics. For example, the first one is free solo, which is about mountain climbing. And so we're going to have an area expert that will talk a little bit about their experiences and maybe even how to get involved with, a hobby like that or in our area. The next one is decoding the drift list, which is about the driftless region in Wisconsin and that area. And the director is going to be there, and he is the one that actually is working with a conservation group to save that ecological kind of abnormality and special feature.
And that's really neat to have the
yeah.
director so you can ask, like, hey, in that part, of the movie.
How'd you film it?
Yeah, how'd you do this?
Yeah.
How'd you get that? Why are you so passionate about this? All those sorts of things.
Questions, that you'll come up with as you're watching the film. And then we have the Florida Project, and we'll have a discussion on that. And that is what poverty looks like through the eyes of a child. It is not a documentary, although it might seem like it. It is a fictional story, but it's based on real experiences. The child lives in a motel with her mother, who is a single mom, and just what poverty looks like, not having enough to eat, not knowing where you're going to sleep that night.
Have you watched that film?
I have not watched it, but
I was going to ask, is it tough? Because it sounds tough to watch.
I think that it will be difficult for some viewers to watch, but it's also a very good experience because this is happening in our own community. And I think people really don't realize we have people that are classified as homeless because they're living with friends or neighbors or people for a couch, and that is actually considered homeless because there are hotels and motels in the area that do act as a residence for people. Very same thing, and some of them have kids. So this is happening in our own community, and it's worthwhile having a discussion about it.
And that's called the Florida Project. That one's going to be on the 15th of February.
Yeah, that one is going to be on the 15th. And then on the 22nd of February, we have a movie called 13th, and it's about the 13th Amendment, which gave the right to African Americans to vote. And so we will be kind of exploring that topic. It's very, appropriate in election year. We're have somebody come and give a small lecture on it and a question and answer.
And now all these films are free.
Yeah, and these are free. We also have free popcorn, too, which is really nice. And we have a whole list of sponsors, too many to name, but they're the ones who have this for free because you can't just show a film. You do have to pay the rights and copyright, and so the museum takes care of that, and we do that by sponsors because people don't realize it does take about $250 to $350 every time we show these movies. So I do urge people to come out and make it worth our while and bring your friends, have it be a great, fun day. I mean, there's a lot of these days, it's cold and dreary, and perfect way to spend the afternoon.
And go to MacNiderArt.org to find out more about these films. If you want a reminder on the showtimes, what they're about, what they're rated, that sort of thing as well. And we'll get that linked up below too as well. So.
And the time, how long it takes. They all start at 2, but some of them are shorter films and some of them are a little bit longer.
And that's all. Again, MacNiderArt.org. Edie, thank you.
Thank you.